It will never be a fallacy to say that we as humans always want to ride high upon expectations set by others. This is because we set our hopes, happiness, and expectations based on them, and to be honest, our dreams too. But sadly, there always comes a time when we should realize that only we are making it worse by making that baggage of expectation carried by someone else, and someday we must let that go off. Hello everyone. So with the above context, it must be difficult to guess where am I heading, but it isn't that hard. So it was Dunki Day for us, which I enjoyed a lot. Still, I had some mixed reactions, and here I am sharing with you the good and bad of the newly released movie. The story and the storytelling. So finally, after 5 years and 6 months, Rajkumar Hirani is back on the big screens. There is a very lesser known fact that Raju Hirani was supposed to cast Shahrukh Khan in Munna Bhai MBBS. SRK was his first preference for Munna Bhai and he also offered him the role, but sadly he turned it down. But little does anyone know that Shahrukh Khan has helped Hirani for his first project immensely, and he ended up having SRK's name in the end credits. And such was their relationship, which only waited for a magical union on big screens. And finally, it happened in 2023. Hirani named the movie Dunki, which means the process or journey of illegal immigration to foreign countries while facing many hurdles. The movie proposes the story of 4 characters named Buggu, played by Vikram Kochar, Balli, played by Anil Grover, Mannu, played by Tapsee Pannu, Sukhi, played by Vicky Kaushal, and Hardy, played by SRK, who are head over heels to travel to London and settle there for a better tomorrow. But soon they get a reality check that it's not their cup of tea to get a student visa to travel to London legally. So they plan to travel to London illegally, that is through Dunki. But after they got there, destiny gave them another reality check about what kind of life they are gonna live there, and what ensues after that forms the basic plotline of Dunki. Well, this was all about the story. Now coming to storytelling, what amazed me as a viewer or fan is the way Rajkumar Hirani used to tell stories, be it in 3 Idiots or Sanju. I remember some of the critics acknowledging that he had the Midas touch with which he could turn any ordinary thing into gold. I mean, look at Sanju, the biography of Sanjay Dutt, was touted to be a terrorist. Who could have ever imagined a biography made on him would be such a joyful ride that could be watched again and again? But this time, it was not the old stuff it used to be. I mean, the way he narrated the stories had its own trademark or copyright, which can be easily identified like he owned it. There is no doubt that Dunki was hilarious just like his previous ones, but the Midas touch of Hirani, which turned any ordinary thing into gold, was missing, and this made it hard to find Dunki relatable. The music. One thing about Dunki I would proudly boast about is its music album. The music by Pritam is surely one of my favorite genres. I mean, after the music album of Animal, the one I love the most and stands out as the best is Dunki's music. May that be Jalve Watna by Varun Grover or O Mahi by Irshad Kamil or Nikle Te Kabhi Hum Ghar Se by the great Javed. They work so well for me. The best part is that they all felt very organic and fresh, which brought some goosebumps while listening to them in the theaters. The performances. Now coming to individual performances, I think this segment also stands out as great. The casting for Dunki was pitch perfect. Starting from SRK, who played the role of an army soldier, stuck to his role honestly. I mean, the charisma of SRK was all over us for the entire movie. But it would be an unpopular opinion that the old look of SRK in Veer Zara was far superior to the current one. Still, SRK aged it with ease. Tapsee Pannu also played her role with perfection. She's a neat casting for such Punjabi roles and hope that doesn't become a typo. I had some glimpses of Tapsee having some similarities to her role in Man Marziya, yet Rajkumar Hirani extracted everything that was required from her. Apart from them, the roles played by Anil Grover and Vikram Kochar were so lovely as they landed their comic so smoothly. It was great witnessing them in this movie. There was also a cameo by Vicky Kaushal, which was naive and amazing at the same time. I wish I could have watched him more. The thing is, I know this is Vicky's natural performance and he can do this all day effortlessly. Still, I'm swooning over him the way he played it. And in the end, if it's a Rajkumar Hirani movie, how on earth someone can forget Boman Irani as Geetu Gulati, an IELTS teacher? It's always like it's Hirani's world and Boman is living rent-free. All these roles are getting a little shorter, still you can't ignore him anytime. An SRK movie trying to fit in the Raju Hirani template. Once Anurag Kashyap said, "Who doesn't want Shahrukh Khan in his film?" But the problem is catering his fan base. Yes, it seems true now. With a superstar like Shahrukh Khan, there comes a huge burden of catering his fan base who want an out-and-out SRK movie. We all expected Dunki to be presented in the same Raju Hirani cinema template. Now, if you are thinking what a Raju Hirani cinema template is, then it is an extraordinary way of storytelling of an ordinary story, dealing with a lot of practical issues that usually one dares not or thinks not to talk about. Every character in his cinema has its fair share of story to tell, and it has its fair amount of drama, humor, emotions, tragedy, romance, everything a cinephile needs on his plate. From the intro of SRK, it becomes evident that there have been made full efforts to bring the charm of superstar Shahrukh Khan to cater his fan base. But this is not really a problem. But the problem is, due to the presence of such a superstar, it becomes difficult for others to find some space for themselves. And this was the first time we got to see this in a Raju Hirani movie. Apart from that, there were other things that didn't seem justified, and there were places where I became totally clueless as to how to react towards it. Although everything was great and fine, still it lacked the Midas touch of Raju Hirani. Lastly, I want to repeat the same stuff I said in the beginning, and maybe now you may understand why I said so. I think it is high time to move on from such expectations. I know it's hard to say so, but it is what it is. We must give a creator his or her creative liberty so that he or she doesn't start performing under pressure, because that will be an endgame for us. And that's a wrap to the video, guys. Whatever was said was just a personal experience. But don't give up on this, as Dunki must be watched on the big screen for what the iconic duo has brought for us. It will indeed make you feel complete and happy while returning. In short, a satisfactory cinema after all on the big screen. So don't miss out on Dunki. Share your thoughts on Dunki and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Fortnite Chronicles.